Hey everybody, welcome to Northside Bound's Draft Spotlight. We're going to be talking about some movers, guys moving up, and shakers, guys who have fallen down probably due to injury, here in this quick 5-minute spotlight. First and foremost, MLB Pipeline just released a top 150 with updated re-rankings, and in particular, there's a few guys who have made massive moves up the board. If you've been following draft content here at Northside Bound, the first guy is not a huge surprise to you. That's Stillwater shortstop Jackson Holliday. We don't need to go into him too much. I know that myself and Todd have written about Jackson Holliday pretty extensively. He's now ranked 4th overall in MLB Pipeline, so it's a pretty massive leap from sitting at 73 earlier in the class. Jackson Holliday is no longer thought about as a second rounder, maybe first rounder. He's a top 10 talent pretty clearly, and teams are really believing in the overall profile. One of the next guys that's steadily moving up draft boards right into the tip top of the draft is Kevin Parada. Kevin Parada, the catcher out of Georgia Tech. Teams are believing in the bat, and while it's a little bit mixed, I suppose, and how he profiles defensively, honestly, I don't think a lot of teams care that much. Now, that's an overgeneralization, but there's a lot of belief in the bat when you ask around about Kevin Parada. Teams feel very comfortable in how he profiles. Could he even be top 3 overall pick? I wouldn't be completely shocked. And in an upcoming collaborative mock that Northside Bound is putting together with Guardians Baseball Insider, we tackle that possibility. I don't think it's that far-fetched. My colleague over at Guardians Baseball Insider agreed with me. We think this is a guy that could be taken very, very high, especially for teams that are saying, you know what, we just have a belief in college bats. Another one of the movers that I do want to throw out there is Thomas Harrington, right-hand pitcher out of Campbell University. That's in the Buies Creek area, North Carolina. Thomas Harrington kind of sits in the low 90s. He's got a projectable build, 6'2". He's listed at 185, might be a smidge over that, but is changeup focused first, so it's fastball changeup, and he's got a good slider that he flashes, but it kind of comes and goes. He's been getting it locked in fairly recently. What he really lacks is a premier curveball, and when I think about that, I think about a guy that could be a good candidate in the Cubs system. Somebody that maybe you teach him that spike curve, you work a little bit more on the slider shape to it. And overall, that's a profile not dissimilar from Jordan Wicks. Obviously a right-handed pitcher, not a left-handed pitcher, but a guy that you could get maybe in the second round if you're lucky and really get him into a good position there. He's moving up boards. He's now 53 on MLB Pipeline's rank. Somebody to watch here coming up this summer. Some shakers, unfortunately, we don't have all the info yet on Dylan Lesko, but that is a prep righty who came into the year probably the consensus overall arm. Doesn't really matter high school or college. He's been shut down to arm soreness, and we kind of await the final impact on that. Another guy that unfortunately has been shut down indefinitely due to elbow injury in this particular case is left-handed pitcher out of Florida, Hunter Barco. Very disappointing. Barco was looking like a potential top 15 overall pick. Somebody that really had a lot of faith in the overall profile, pitched very well in the SEC, good overall pitch mix, left-handed pitcher. Unfortunately, we don't know right now. Still could go fairly high in a class that's just been ravaged by injuries. And then another guy who I'm very high on, Todd's very high on, is Noah Schultz. Thankfully, no arm injury here, just these things happen. Came down with a case of mononucleosis. This has been reported publicly, so not anything that's private knowledge here, but has been shut down for 6 weeks, no workouts. And so in an Illinois season that already is a little bit truncated, shortened, hard to know if he's going to come back. But obviously wish him all the best, and come back firing, of course, when you're ready. Already teased this, but be on the lookout for a lot of MLB draft content coming up. Tuesday, May 2nd, if we get those dates right on that, we're going to be featuring that collaborative mock, the first half of it, with Guardians Baseball Insider. Picks 1 through 15 are going to be right here at Northside Bound. 16 through 30 is going to be a Guardians Baseball Insider. And then don't tune away, because we go all the way to pick 55 between GBI and NSB coming up later that week. So if you're into draft content, buckle up, because we've got a lot coming your way. And, hopefully we see some more movers and a few less shakers in the next update. Thanks, everybody.